Today, we'll take on one of the internet's most popular games and count down our top 5 water levels.
Plus, a review of Warrior Legends of Troy, our favorite Final Fantasy characters, and we are going to go 3D. xplay starts right now.
Bully. Hello and welcome to xplay, TV's most watched video game show. I'm Adam Sessler.
And I'm Morgan Webb. It's April 1st and we're turning over a new leaf.
You know, the world can be a tough place, and it doesn't serve anyone to stand up here and be cynical about what truly is the best job in the world.
I agree. You know, we get paid to play and talk about video games. And FYI, we weren't told to change our tune by management. Not at all.
No siree. Now, coming up on today's show, we're going to rocket into the 21st century and give you a taste of xplay 3D. Then a review of Warriors Legends of Troy. Get this, it's a Dynasty Warriors set during the Trojan War.
Oh my. And speaking of Koei, we got a hands-on demo of their long-awaited Dynasty Warriors 7.
Oh, yes.
And later, we are going to count down our top 5 Final Fantasy characters of all time. We wish the list could have been a top 25.
25, maybe 50.
Yeah.
Now, confession time.
Oh.
Let's be honest. If we never got the job hosting this show, we'd probably be fish.
Yeah, well, that way, we'd get to spend all of our time in the water, swimming with a school, maybe hanging out with a sassy seahorse.
But you know, what's just as fun?
What?
Water levels in video games.
Oh, wow.
Here's 5 of our favorites.
You can keep your land and air. For xplay, the sea has always called to us. There's something about being one with the waves, something glorious, especially in video games. These are xplay's top 5 favorite water levels. Starting off at number 5, Jaws Unleashed. How to be a shark, swimming, roaming, living life, loving life. In our favorite level of this gorgeous game, Sharky can eat all the people he wants. It's always been a dream to eat people, and with Jaws Unleashed, the dream is realized. It's also educational. Sharks don't even need water. It's true, because we saw it in Jaws Unleashed.
Yeah, that's it, Mom!
Sometimes the best water level isn't about the swim, it's about the song. Entering the chart at number 4 is Kingdom Hearts 2. This level takes place under the sea with all our favorite Disney friends. Swim this way, we'll dance and we'll play.
Swim this way, we'll dance and we'll play. Now
all music should be heard and played underwater. It's more pure that way, soulful, the way it was always intended. Sneaking in at number 3, Ninja Gaiden. Some people think the way to be a ninja is to learn from the masters. Finding your way through this level of sewage and faulty irrigation systems, that's the ninja way. That's where a ninja truly becomes a ninja. This Ninja Gaiden level is strictly for my ninjas, and it's magnificent. When a hero swims along with the strength to carry on, it could only mean the mighty Aquaman at number 2 with Aquaman Battle for Atlantis. Fighting crime under the waves is where true paradise can be found. This is how a water level should be played. This is how a water level should be done. We love Aquaman. We love hammerheads. Life is perfect. Finally, at number 1, the greatest heroes and half-shells ever, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and their dip into the cool, clean waters of the Hudson River. All I need are some tasty waves, a cool turtle, and I'm fine. Sometimes a game has it all. Sometimes it's great to be alive. This is one of those times. God bless water levels. God bless all of us.
Hey friends, let's talk a little bit. You know, when I go home and I relive some of my favorite moments from the Dynasty Warriors series, I often think to myself one very specific thing. You know what? I wish this style of gameplay would be used in more games and during different time periods. Well, silly genie, looks like I got 2 wishes left because Warriors Legends of Troy takes Koei's formula to the battle of, you guessed it, Troy. And here is our review.
There's no doubt about it. Warriors Legends of Troy is our favorite Greek mythology-based third-person combat game released last month. That's how good it is. The game comes from Koei Canada, so you know you can expect a certain level of excellence.
Help us! God save us!
Because we love positive energy, let's start with the good parts. The game is about 8 hours, and it has pretty cutscenes. That's kind of it for the good news, so we should really revel in it. Here's some more footage of cutscenes.
Can you taste it?
Others insist he abducted her against her will.
Oh, adorbs! Okay, well, we hate to bring up any negatives, but there are a couple we're obligated to tell you about. Even though the game was delayed nearly a year, they still dropped a planned cooperative mode. But maybe it's good, because being alone just makes you better friends with yourself. You can earn currency that allows you to buy accessories that give you status upgrades. Those items must be placed in an inventory grid, just like in Resident Evil. It's pretty cool that they incorporated a gameplay element from something released 15 years ago. That means they respect their elder games. The combat sure is repetitive, though. All you do is run up to groups of bad guys and kill them. But that means it's really easy to follow because it doesn't confuse you with compelling new gameplay elements. Warriors Legends of Troy gets a 2 out of 5.
A battle worthy of legend, is it not?
It's not the best score ever, but if it's anything like Dynasty Warriors, they'll have lots of sequels to get it right. Go team!
QWOP is a flash game that drops you into the role of an Olympic runner. Who doesn't want to be that? And the plot has a really solid message. If you fall down, you need to pick yourself back up and try again. You'll need to do that often in QWOP because the game is incredibly challenging, but what's so great about it? Well, I explain why in this super special edition of Sessler's Soapbox. One foot in front of the other. So, ever since I was young, I've been fascinated with walking. I don't know, maybe it's just wow, 1 foot in front of the other. I don't know. Anyway, so that brings us to a game that finally feeds this fascination I've had with ambulation. It's called QWOP. Now, QWOP doesn't really mean anything at all. It actually has to do with the Q and the W buttons and the O and the P buttons. Now, what this is fundamentally, it's kind of a running simulator. You need to hit the buttons in the right time to get it. And, when you do, you really understand the majesty of, if not walking, then kind of, competitive running and how it's such a perfectly synchronized event. It really highlights some of those things that games do best. And it's taking kind of that one moment and sort of deconstructing it and showing its various parts as you do in an RPG, where you're just building your character with your strength and your intelligence and your magic. And here it's just right foot and then left foot and then right foot and then left foot. I guess another way to look at it is kind of like the art of Klaus Oldenburg. How he takes some of the banal objects in life, a chair, a pencil, something like that, and kind of blows it up to make you kind of reevaluate its kind of majestic quietude in all of our lives. That's what QWOP seems to do, and it really stands out as kind of a remarkable accomplishment. It was done by an Australian gentleman. I think he did it in about 4 hours. There really is something happening there in the development community, and I just got to say, they say you got to walk before you run, and I think this really says, for the game industry, that we're really on to something.
Those guys get a solid A for effort. Coming up on xplay, we're going to give out some hugs and try to cheer up the gaming world. Plus, we're going to go hands-on with the epic Dynasty Warriors 7, and we're going to count down our top 5 Final Fantasy characters of all time. But really, you guys, they're all winners in my book. And later, xplay, spend some money. We're going 3D. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
If you like the brutal fighting of Mortal Kombat, then you'll love Animal Crossing City Folk. If you enjoy Dante's Inferno, then you'll fall in love with this footage of baby ducklings. And if you can't get enough Splatterhouse, then you'll go crazy for this picture of an elderly couple hugging each other. Aww. This portion of xplay is brought to you by Mazda. Zoom, zoom.
30 seconds of awesome!
seconds of awesome.
Welcome back to XPlay, you guys. We missed you. Can I do it? Through the television hug.
Absolutely. At times, it seems like the video game industry is an angry storm cloud ready to ruin your picnic.
Boozies.
I know.
But really, the important thing to remember, guys, is to never get caught up in the negativity.
For real.
Everything will always be fine.
Yes. For all those grumpy Gusses out there, here's some XPlay hugs.
If there's one thing I love, it's wrapping my arms around strangers I've just met. And XPlay Hugs is the perfect segment to spread my love. Let's start off with my favorite cuddly muffin game developer, David Jaffe. He's made hits like Twisted Metal and God of War, but he's still a little bit grumpy. Just read his Twitter and you'll see stuff like, why oh why can't read? What the is happening to that company? Some of y'all are just ass. And my personal favorite, why do I always gotta poo before I fly but never can make a go of it before I leave the house? It though, I ain't pooping on no plane. Hey Dave, come on over here and let Uncle Blair give you a long, warm hug. Squeeze-ums! Next up, video game journalists. They need a hug because they can't stop overreacting. To them, every game delay is a disaster, they can't stop whining about DLC, and any multi-platform release necessitates a frame rate comparison. Come on, boys, let me hug the venom out of you. Also, I'm sending a big ol' XPlay hug out to the message boards. Enough said, friends. And finally, Angry Birds. Come, my feathery friends. Let's find ways of constructively building positive relationships with those green pigs you're attacking. What did they ever do to you? Oh, wait. One last hug-deprived soul. Kratos from the God of War series.
Then prepare for your death.
Sure, I guess anyone would be a little touchy if they were tricked into killing their whole family, but does he really need to beat people up this badly? It's time to wash that anger away with a freshly baked batch of XPlay hugs.
Hello. Can you believe the Dynasty Warrior series has already reached number 7? My, how time flies. The latest chapter includes many improvements like climbing ladders and swimming. We couldn't get anyone from Koei to come to our studio for a hands-on because they're so busy making wonderful games. So let's send it over to Morgan and Blair.
Today we have a very special treat for you.
Yeah, we're getting hands-on with the awesome Dynasty Warriors 7.
I know, and we tried to get someone from Koei to come help us out and show it to you, but they're kind of Debbie Downers, so we're bringing in one of our bestest friends to help show it to you.
Yeah, we are. Come here, buddy.
Here you go.
Sure.
Good. Why can't you guys just do this yourself?
Oh, look at that, Brownsies. Turn it upside down. It's gonna be fun. Good.
Oh, okay, so what are we looking at now?
The menu.
Awesome!
Ooh, pick single player. There's horses? I didn't know there was gonna be horses.
What? Oh, Cow.
Oh, no.
He looks like a dick.
Yeah, but look on the bright side.
They have bright sides in this game.
That is a bright side. They get to rescue them.
Do you guys want me to skip through this?
Look at that. This is part of the experience. That is some horse.
Horsey jump.
Oh,
high.
yeah. So what kind of weapons are you using?
It's a sword.
Sword?
That's a super good choice.
Okay, so this is pretty awesome, but I think we should check out maybe another mode and another character because he's kicking some ass right now.
Yeah.
It won't be any more fun.
You have to help us!
Okay, I gotta skip through this, guys. It's just too boring.
How are we supposed to know what happens?
You'll just have to use your imagination.
This level has buildings.
No, they can do that?
I like how what they've done is they've taken the environment from the previous level and then put houses in it. So they used the other environment, which we really loved, and then put a house on it and made it different.
Also,
but it's still the same environment.
Recycling is so important.
Super.
And, it's something that we really believe in.
We G-cycle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, guys,
and they're G-cycling too.
Guys, it just makes the game tedious.
Okay, so I hear there's something called Conquest mode.
Ooh.
I know, exciting, right? I think we definitely need to check that out.
Look at all these people you can talk to. Talk to the lieutenant.
Hello there.
Hello.
I've been waiting for you.
He's been waiting for you the entire time. Go blacksmith. I saw blacksmith on the right. Go to the blacksmith. Go to the blacksmith.
A war fan?
What do you guys want to
In
get?
case you're war fan, in case we get hot, we can cool ourselves.
You can actually buy something and equip it in one of your slots in this game.
Yeah, I just forged a sparrow wing.
You just forged that? So good, man. That was amazing.
Such a cool
game. You did
game.
a great job.
Man, I don't know how people are going to be able to top that game. So good.
Well, let's send it right back over to the studio.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. After the break, XPlay embraces the greatest technological trend ever, 3D. Now, if you thought this show was great before, which it is, you won't believe what happens when stuff flies at you. Plus, we'll count down the top 5 Final Fantasy characters in today's X List. We're going to be right back. My chest hurts from joy.
And now it's time for Overheard in the XPlay Cubicles.
Reviewing Wii games is probably the most fulfilling job I've ever had.
I agree. There's nothing that makes me happier more than hard work.
And this has been Overheard in the XPlay Cubicles.
That is a recommendation I wholeheartedly agree with. Welcome back to the most positive episode of XPlay ever.
Really is.
Yeah.
You know, Morgan, I think it goes without saying, the Final Fantasy franchise really, it's the crown jewel of gaming.
I could not agree more. The cast of characters is legendary,
Totes.
and it's impossible to pick a favorite.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We have a responsibility to our friends, all of you at home.
Yes.
So we will try in today's X List.
Coming in at number 5 is Tifa Lockhart
Good
from
choice.
Final Fantasy VII. Thank you. Because she's like a mother, a sweetheart, and a close ally in battle.
Totally what you need on a battlefield.
Yeah.
Number 4, though, Vincent Valentine, star of the epic Final Fantasy VII, The Dirge of Cerberus.
Yeah.
Even though he's kind of a bit of a loner, which makes him kind of sexy, and very cold on the surface, he's really the coolest dude around.
Coming in at number 3 is Aerith Gainsborough from Final Fantasy VII. Death should be sudden and unexpected, making it realistic and tragic.
But only frownsies for a second, you guys, because our number 2 pick is Final Fantasy VII, 7 again.
Oh, yeah.
Such a great game, Cloud Strife. He's so full of self-doubt, mystery, and he's got a really, really cute dark side.
But our number 1 choice is Sephiroth,
Ooh.
the ultimate villain of Final Fantasy VII. There can't be anyone else.
He is so bishy. Adam?
Thanks, guys. And remember, Final Fantasy VII broke racial barriers with class and respect. You know, it's fascinating to watch the industry innovate and bring players new experiences like motion control, downloadable content, and online passes. But they pale in comparison to the awesomeness that is 3D. And we are jumping on that bandwagon. Here's a taste of XPlay in the third dimension.
Are you tired of watching XPlay like this? You don't have to anymore. It's XPlay 3D! You haven't seen XPlay till it's kicked in your eyeballs in 3 dimensions! 3D! Developer interviews!
Whoa! Tim Schafer looks like a real person!
Posts! Reviews! X-List!
Just an X List.
I mean, they're nice.
Comedy!
Oh, God! Zelda, mother... 3D out of 5.
Review here! Video! Interview here! Game here! Chest here! XPlay 3D!
Next week on XPlay, we'll have reviews of all the latest Nintendo 3DS games, including Super Street Fighter IV 3D Edition, Pilot Wings Resort, and Steel Diver. Plus, we've got your first look at Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon, and a preview of Telltale's upcoming Jurassic Park game. All that and more, don't miss it. I can't do this anymore.
Just look at the camera and smile. It'll be over soon.
Mother damn, I can't do any more of this happy. I hate happy. I want to punch a I feel so much better.
Me too.
Look at these outfits. They're ridiculous. How could we... The shorts are awesome, though, because I could do that. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, it was kind of like a dream where we were happy all the time. We liked everything. Like, even Final Fantasy.
No.
We didn't make any sarcastic jokes at all. It was horrible.
Yeah, and we actually did a hands-on with Dynasty Warriors, right? Like, I wasn't dreaming that. Like, I feel like my soul was raped.
No.
That was real.
No,
That
was
was
real.
Ugh, I feel disgusting. I gotta go do something with myself.
Okay, everybody, we're all sorry about the cuteness. This is not going to happen again.
We promise. Thanks for watching XPlay.
All right, let's insult somebody.
Okay.
You suck!
Hate you.